The USCCB socially responsible investment guidelines were updated, greatly expanding the previous section on the environment to incorporate the structures and categories of Laudato Si, and to provide investment policies on climate change, biodiversity, natural resources, technology, and environmental impact. Many of these initiatives are documented in a memorandum published by USCCB in 2020 for the 5th anniversary of Laudato Si. We expect to compile a similar report next year as well. These existing efforts can serve as inspiration for future actions. A parish that has already implemented a sustainability report may choose to support CRS or Catholic Charities USA for adaptation or relief. A religious order working with urban gardens may wish to begin an education program on integral ecology. A diocese that has sustainably updated its buildings may form prayer groups focused on care for creation. A university that has planted trees may encourage advocacy on a climate policy. Finally, in the spirit of the Jubilee and ecology, many indebted nations are stewards of rich ecosystems, and they face a dilemma of either exploiting their natural resources or preserving them at the cost of economic distress. Pope Francis is calling for debt relief of poor nations, and forgiveness can help protect an ecosystem or biome. For example, the recently announced refinancing of 14% or $1 billion of El Salvador debt will be dedicated to wetlands protection and overseen by Catholic Relief Services, JP Morgan, and others. This is precisely the kind of debt swap arrangement that shows the link between Laudato Si and the Jubilee. To conclude, I would like to acknowledge the United Nations Conference of Parties 29 meeting, also known as the COP, taking place today in Azerbaijan. As Archbishop Godziak, Sean Callahan, and myself shared in our recent statement on COP29, I quote, "Adopting effective adaptation investment strategy is a matter of justice, while resources and proven technologies to withstand many natural and man-made disasters already exist. Sadly, these are often a privilege for the wealthy. Adaptation benefits developed and developing nations alike." As we mark the anniversary of Laudato Si, we must keep the cry of the earth and the cry of the poor at the center. Now I turn to my last slide, which includes the questions for our table discussions. Each table should assign a note taker to record the table's responses to each question. A note-taking sheet, which will be collected, can be found on your tables. You'll find it. After the 25 minutes of table discussions, if we'll have time, we'll have probably about 10 minutes, if time allows, for discussion from the floor.